Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock, or just after 1 o'clock. I'm Joanna Daniel. I'm here every day at 1 or just after 1 to give you tools and tips to help you to get through this crisis the rest of this year successfully. We've all had a long, hard, challenging year, and we need tools to cope. And so that's what I come here and do every day at this time. So if this is your very first time watching me, I started Wounds to Scars, where we work with adult survivors of childhood trauma and abuse, and we do that three ways through conferences, online courses, and retreats. Because of COVID this year, we've not been able to do an in person retreat, but we are planning some stuff for 2021 that we hope we'll be able to meet in person in the same room. So stay tuned. So today I'm talking about self care, and if your self care doesn't include these things, chances are it will fail. But as usual, I want to check just to make sure everybody's hearing me and just to make sure that I am where I'm supposed to be. So I'm over on my YouTube channel. Hello to those who are on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining and subscribing. Please share this video with those who you know will benefit and let them come on over too. Let's not just, do it all on our own. Okay, so I can see that I'm on YouTube. Okay. Right. So I'm talking about self care. And welcome to those who are on Facebook and joining us there too. So we're talking about self care. I think it's a little bit dark. Oh, too much now. I never know what to do with the lighting sometimes. So self care, we're talking about self care and talking about things that you must include in your self care routine. Otherwise, it will fail. Now, I know in terms of self care, there are many people that are doing many things, and we've heard many things about it. And I want to kind of just add to that conversation, add some things that you need to do in order to help you, especially for people who we serve who are healing from traumatic life events or just the cumulative effect of life. For those who've never experienced childhood trauma, just the cumulative effect of 2020 will be as traumatic on the body as anything else, especially when things are happening that we ignore over and over. So I want to talk to you about some things that is necessary for you to do because what here is something that must be included in self-care. Self-care must help to soothe and calm the body. If your self-care is not doing that, then it's not going to be effective. It must help to soothe and calm the body for it to be self-care, for it to be effective. So sometimes, self-care is going to get our nails done or facial or the hairdresser and all of those things are self-care too. But you must remember to include things that soothe and calm the body as well. That's really crucially important. So sometimes I hear that, I don't have a lot of time, Joanna, to do those things. So if I'm saying to people, if I'm talking about exercise, and if I'm saying to people, you can exercise every day and these are some of the things that you can do, I hear, but I don't have a lot of time to do that. And because I don't have a lot of time, then I don't get to. So huge chunks of time will pass before you do self care. And then self care becomes crisis management. And we don't want to do crisis management. We want to do maintenance. We want to make sure that we're maintaining a steady rhythm going forward. Okay. So that's what self care needs to be. Now, yesterday, for example, it was very cold where we are. When we woke, I think it was -1. It dipped lower than -1. And it just got colder and colder throughout the day. And I was sitting here working and, between here and with the children. And it was just a really cold day. Not cold inside, but it's very hard to warm up when you look outside. Everything was frozen outside and it stayed that way all day. So I thought, okay, so because I'm not moving, I'm with my work, I'm sitting down a lot. So what can I do? I need to move. I need to get up and move. When my blood is flowing and circulation's happening, then my brain is going to be clearer and I'm going to be more effective. And also I'll warm up. So what did I do? I got my coat, my gloves, my scarf, and I got warm and I went for a 2 mile walk. And you might think, it's counterproductive, isn't it, Joanna? Because I said I was cold. But when I went for a walk and I got back, then I wasn't as cold because my blood started to circulate. and I was out in the air, so I was deep breathing and I was moving, so movement was happening. So my limbs that were stiff because of feeling the winter outside, then I became warmer, and when I got back, my mind was clear and I could do a lot more. So that's a tip. If you want to accomplish more, then exercise is one way of helping you to do that. And it soothes exercise helps our bodies to relax and our muscles to relax. And when our muscles and our bodies are relaxed, chances are stress won't survive in those environments. So it's to, how they say, to keep your body alkaline. And if your body is acidic, then you're more likely to, it's more vulnerable to disease. If our bodies are relaxed, if your body is tense and stressed, you're more vulnerable to stress, for stress to respond, for you to respond to stressful events in a way with frustration and anger and stuff like that. Things, emotions that you're not wanting to, that are not desirable, let's say it that way. So if you want to be able to manage, that's keep your body relaxed. So that's one tip. So any self care that doesn't include anything like that, then it won't be lasting. It won't be as effective. So you can have your face done and your facial done, but if your body's tense and relaxed and not relaxed, then stress is going to affect you. So in order for stress to be less in your life, then that's something that you need to include. Now, I hear this again. I can't go for a walk. I don't have time. I say we need to make time. We can't afford to not make time for exercise, but that's another story. um Time, in terms of time, or you can't go outside, you didn't have time to go for the 2 mile walk, the days are shorter now because it's winter months. So there's some apps that I heard about recently that is really very good, that will help you to make sure you're doing movement at home. And there's an app called Walk at Home, so you can download that app and just follow the instructions on it. And if you have, say, a set number of steps that you want to take every day, that app will help you to do it. And the reason for the app is, if you're somebody who likes accountability, if you're somebody who's organized and you like to follow lists, then that's a really good one to do. There's also the habit tracker that you can use if you're looking at how effective am I? Am I walking every day? Am I doing exercise every day? Am I doing those things every day that I need to do in order for me to be, in order for my body to stay relaxed, that will impact my mind and will keep me in a relaxed, regulated place? Then the habit tracker is a good one that you might want to look at as well. Now, there's one other thing that I used this when I was at the health retreat in October. And when you're not able to go outside, when everything else fails, this really works really, really well. Now, it's a rebounder. And on Amazon, the prices vary for rebounders. But you can just, you can put it away when you're not using it. But in between your sessions, in between classes, in between in your work break, you can just go on the rebounder and just jump on the rebounder. And you don't have to, jump high. You can just have your body, just that movement help to clear the lymph node, and it's moving, it's movement still. The blood will be flowing, all of that will be happening, and your body is getting the work that it needs to do. Because in this climate of stress, our bodies have had to contain a lot. And maybe your body is containing this year's stress plus leftover stress that wasn't dealt with before. So there's unresolved stuff in your body, plus you're adding to it with this year, the cumulative effect of 2020. So that's one way to make sure that your self care is not just things that are external, but you're really working to get the body regulated and stay regulated. So if you continue these things over time and make it a daily part of your routine, then what you're finding is that you're opening up yourself to have more capacity to deal with the stuff that comes in life. Because sometimes our cups can be so full that it just takes one thing to tip us over the edge. And when you're doing these things more and more and regularly, then you're giving yourself capacity to be able to manage. Okay, because things happen in life, and we want to be able to give ourselves the capacity to be able to manage and to cope as well as we can. All right. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Tomorrow I'm coming back with some more. And remember, the 12 days of Christmas starts on this channel, on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page, Wounds to Scars, and Joanna Daniel on YouTube, starts on Thursday, the 10th, Thursday, the 10th of December, 12 days leading up to Christmas, where I'm going to give you homework, worksheets, and tips and strategies to manage as we go into this holiday season, which I know might be challenging for some people. And even if you have your family around you and you're full of love and support, come and share with us still. Come and share with us. Come and share with us what you use during the holiday season and how beneficial and effective that is for you. All right. So thank you so much for coming with me every day. Thank you for watching the replays and letting me know that you've watched the replays. I really appreciate that. And I'm hoping to see you tomorrow at the same time. Take care. Bye.